All right, y'all. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're talking about it. You know by the title. You know. Hey everyone, what is up? It's LCruu. Welcome to the adventure vlog. Today I am doing a sit down video, which I don't generally like to do because where's the adventure in that? But I have a serious story time for you. Yes, you can see by the title what the heck this whole video is all about, and I just want to tell you the story of the time I freaking pierced David Dobriks' ears. Now, if you are not big in the YouTube community, if you don't watch a lot of vlogs, if you're just like a friend or a family member who watches my videos, thank you, love you. You probably don't know who David Dobrik is. Basically, he is a very famous YouTuber, content creator. Now he's on to bigger and better things. He made his own app. He's like a whole person who is very, very well known, not only in LA, but like everywhere, okay? So, David freaking Dobrik. Let me just tell you, I've been watching this man's vlogs set for years now, like literally forever. If you follow David, you know that it's tradition for him to come back home to Chicago where he grew up and get his freaking ears pierced every Black Friday. Now this year's a little bit different because we are in the midst of a global pandemic, and luckily he's smart enough to understand that maybe he shouldn't get all these humongous crowds gathering around a Claire's store on Black Friday, and so he decided to come early and not tell anybody and get his ears pierced to not break the tradition. So basically, it's Blackout Wednesday, okay? It's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and I'm at work. I just worked the longest day of my life, is what it feels like, and I'm like ready to close. It's like 10 minutes till close, right? It's almost 9 o'clock. I'm ready to leave. I'm in the back putting away some stuff. Like, the only people in the store when I went to the back were me and my coworker and one of the girls who used to work with us. Just like visiting, hanging out. And I go in the back and I'm putting things away, and all of a sudden I hear men's voices. And I'm like, hell no, not today. Why are there people in my store? I'm trying to leave, okay? So I finish whatever I'm doing. I walk out. I see the back of this man's head, and I just knew. I knew it was David freaking Dobrik. So I'm just like, my heart drops. I'm like, my stomach is like jittery, like fluttery, and I'm like, oh my god, I know this is David Dobrik. He had his hometown friends, Ilya was there, and it was just like a whole thing, and I'm trying to like keep my cool because I am not good when I'm starstruck. I just kind of like, I freeze up. I don't know what to say. I'm really awkward, but like, you know, like if you know me, you know I'm awkward. That's just how it is. And I'm like, oh my god. And so I like make my way over to the ear piercing station because they're like all filling out their paperwork and stuff like that. Because Ilya got his ears pierced too. I didn't do that, but yeah. And so I walk over and I'm just being like really awkward, like staring at them all. And like David's sitting in the chair to get his ears pierced, and I'm like, we make eye contact because I'm just like awkwardly staring at him. And he's like, hi. And I'm like, I'm a big fan, like what do you say? And he was like, oh cool, like what's your name? And I'm like, I'm Lauren. And he goes, oh hi, I'm David, it's nice to meet you. And like, just they're normal people, you guys. They were literally all so nice. So then David like wanders out of the store. He's like going to shop for a snow globe at a kiosk. And so Ilya's getting his ears pierced, and he's just sitting there and like chatting away, talking about like a tattoo he's getting, or he thinks he might get. All this stuff, and then he's like sending his one friend to go get Cold Stone ice cream, and so he's going to get ice cream, and he yells over, he's like, you want ice cream? He's like asking us all if we want ice cream, like how nice. I was like, I'm gonna pass, like I'm good, thanks. But they were just like so genuine people. So then David comes back, he's like waiting to get his ears pierced. I'm just like doing paperwork, like trying to do my job, like trying to not be too like overwhelmed by the situation, because I'm like, I'm a huge freaking fan of you guys, like what the hell. And so I'm standing there doing paperwork, like just up by the counter, and David comes over and he shows me like in a video of like 2 different snow globes, and he goes, which one do you like better? And I'm like, you're asking my opinion about a snow globe, David, like what? And so I take a look at these snow globes, and I'm like, this one's classier, but this one's more like warm, heartwarming. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna literally buy a snow globe. I'm like, what? So then we're like homies. He's like looking around the store, just like hanging out, just chilling. And we're just like making small talk. And I was like, David, I gotta ask, like, can I be really annoying and like ask for a picture? Because like he probably gets this shit all the time where he's like all these fans, and I'm just trying to play it cool. I'm trying to be like normal. I'm like, I'm really not that much younger than him, and so I'm like just trying to not be like a fangirl right now. And I'm like, okay, David, let's get a picture. He's super cool about it. I'm super awkward about it. It's fine. We get our picture. And then he sits down to get his ears pierced. At that point, Ilya's eating his ice cream. Like, we're all just like chilling. Like I said, I'm trying to do my job. I'm like cleaning up the store. Like, he's got the whole gang there, okay? So my coworker was like doing all his paperwork while he was just like looking around the store. And at this point, we literally closed down the gate because I'm like, it's like 9:20. Like, our store is closed. I was ready to leave, and then they freaking came in to hang out. She was getting ready to do his ear piercing. All of a sudden, David's like freaking out. He's like, I'm nervous. I'm like, dude, you do this every year. In my head, I'm not gonna say that to David Dobrik. But then he freaking calls me over and it's like, I want them done at the same time. I'm like, this is amazing. I am literally so honored. I'm like shaking. And we pierced David Dobrik's freaking ears. So then they're like messing around with like stuff in our store. They bought like Claire's like holiday masks. I'm gonna insert my receipts here because y'all, I got my pictures with that. Okay, y'all, future Ren here. I do have another picture of me, my coworker, David, and Ilya, and she literally still has not sent it to me, but I wanted to get this video up. So I guess just follow me on Instagram for that update whenever I freaking get it. It was Blackout Wednesday, so I'm texting my friends like, hold on, I'm gonna be late. I'm hanging out with David Dobrik. What? Yeah, you guys, it was wild. It was absolutely wild. So as you guys know, he does get his ears pierced every Black Friday. Like, it's tradition, and he came in early because he's like, I don't want to break the tradition. That was so freaking awesome. I always wanted to work at this location because I'm like David freaking Dobrik, right? And because he comes there every year, and this year I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a Black Friday there, but I'm not gonna have my time to hang out with David Dobrik. And he still freaking pulled through, man. So like, some of my friends are like, where did you get it for your vlog? And I'm like, dude, I was not even thinking about clout chasing right now. I was just out here like freaking out that I'm piercing David Dobrik's ears, okay? And everyone's like, did you plug yourself? Did you let him know that like you've started a vlog channel? And I was like, I never thought about any of this. People keep asking like, was he nice? And I'm like, dude, he was the nicest. They were all so nice. Ilya's over here asking me about like this tattoo he's about to get. Like, what do you think about this design? We're all just like chatting. Like, they were so normal. And I don't know what I expected. Like, they're so chill, but they were all so freaking nice. And you know, with like when people get famous, it's easy for them to be like I'm famous, like who are you? But no, they were not like this at all. They were genuine ass people. Like, they're just chilling. They're just here to get their ears pierced. People keep asking, did you get a Tesla? I'm sorry, David did not pull through on that front, but maybe next time when I fly out to LA and collab with this man after I DM him the pics and the link to this video, David, you know where to find me. Did you plug yourself? And I'm like, dude, I am not out here thinking about plugging myself when I'm in the presence of David Dobrik. Like, I froze up, you guys. I freaking froze. Unfortunately, no, I'm not going to be in the vlog. Because of the pandemic, he wanted to be really low-key and therefore not make a whole ass video for it. Unfortunately for me, because that would have been lit to be in a David Dobrik vlog, but there we go. It was literally such a crazy time, you guys. I was not expecting to have that experience, especially when I was like, oh my god, I'm trying to get out of here. I was absolutely so honored to pierce David Dobrik's ears. Like, me being a huge fan, I'm like, this is like a dream come true, okay? So that was freaking awesome. I am like, you can tell I'm like all jittery and like starstruck talking about it because I literally was so shook. I was like shaking driving home all night, like a whole thing. Thank you everyone for tuning into this story time video. Like I said, I never sit down and do like these sit down videos because I'm an adventure vlog. I like to be out in the world doing things. It is really hard with the pandemic. Like, I'm not really traveling as much and like all that jazz, but I still have a lot of untouched footage from like way back in the day that I am gonna keep attacking. So I appreciate any new subscribers today. Comment on this video if you would have freaked out as much as I did when you're piercing David Dobrik's ears. And give this video a like because y'all know it helps me with the algorithm. Let me get David to see this video, okay? Get David, get Ilya to see this video because They were awesome, and I am ready to collab and start my career, okay? I'm ready to buy myself a Tesla, okay? Let's monetize this bitch. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I encourage you to make those connections you need, whether it be in Hollywood or just with the freaking neighbors next door. Keep living large, and I'll catch you on the flip. David freaking Dobriks.